Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. This is season 2, episode 6. This episode, to me, was pretty good. Again, not a lot of drama happened. It didn't happen until the end, and I'm still kind of like, what the was that really all about? But I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into it. Alright, so we start off the episode. What's going to happen in this episode, which is day 9 of 15. Preston is hosting a cocktail hour before the real main event, which is Freaknik, that will be hosted by Jordan. So everyone gets dressed and looks pretty good to me, all in their fancy Sunday best type of, I won't say Sunday best attire, kind of like maybe going to the theater type of attire. You know, this is Martha's Vineyard. We're amongst the creme de la creme of black people. Donald, who is Preston's boyfriend, now fiance, congratulations. I think that they were just talking about last year, or during this time, that they were going to be moving in together, or I may be getting that mixed up with Natalie, but oh well. Anyways, Preston and Donald, they did get married. I mean, not get married, they got engaged. He comes down in his suit, pretty good. I think these people know how to at least dress a little bit fancy to me, you know. I'm just going to make an point because, you know, Shanice got to say something or do something. But she's in this dress, and she's not wearing any panties. And because of how her ankle still hurts, she has to walk a certain way, or at any moment, you guys are going to see you're going to see her hoo-ha. Natalie, who is Amir's girlfriend, she is on her way. I think Amir is going to go pick her up and bringing her back to the house. Natalie has met some of the crew before, and according to like Summer, she was a little standoffish. Amir had warned Natalie at how some of the women can be. Amir has told Natalie who has been interested in him and whom has not been interested in him. She knows, I guess, that Summer can be handsy. And that's the person that she kind of just was standoffish with the last time. So I guess some of the impression is that she was kind of dry. I think because whatever her personality or whatever her connection is to Amir or how she feels about Amir, she was intimidated by them. I don't know. We shall get into that. Some of the people have already made it to the cocktail hour. It's somewhere, it looks like it's off the harbor somewhere. It looks very well put together. I don't know if it was a charcuterie board. Nah, I know how to say the word, but I ain't saying it right now. I'm still waking up. Sorry, y'all. But they had a nice spread. Hors d'oeuvres and all that good stuff. The next group of people, which was Natalie, Amir, Simon, who's come in, that is Miss Bria's man, and Bria, they come in. I think that they were late. But while they were going there, she's FaceTiming Phil. Phil says that he's on his way to the cocktail thing. Preston didn't invite him, but he was invited through Bria to come, and Preston is allowing it to happen. He's in a car driving, and then he flips the phone over to Mariah. So he's driving with Mariah, and that was like, oh. So as far as a surprise for Bria. Like, this is the thing. If y'all cannot read between the lines as to what this woman, Bria, has had going on, it's a bunch of bull. I'm only 5 minutes in, so I can't say anything illicit in here. So I'm not cussing yet. I don't cuss that much on my videos anyways. But Bria's on some BS. She acts like she hasn't been in contact with Phil and didn't know that Phil and Mariah had some type of relationship, friendship going on. And we're going to find out some more tidbits. And I'm going to give you some tea. I think I said it last week, but I don't even remember if I did. But this week, we're going to find out that Bria is full of ish. All right, so the party started. Everyone's there. Jasmine's there in her suit. She's showing off her belly now. Everybody's doing their thing. I think Natalie comes, and Natalie, to me, she's chatting with people that, you know, are chatting with her. I think Amir said that he was going to try to keep Natalie away from Jordan, since they know that there was some type of brief history there, or something that was going to happen between them that didn't happen, that I still fault Jordan in, but whatever. But they did meet. So everyone's just kind of just talking, da-da-da-da. In walks Phil and Mariah. And at that point, Bria's like, then Jasmine was like, so you good? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm just gonna be over here, just taking care of myself. This woman is so crazy to me. Y'all want to keep up with these antics, and it's just like, stop it, lady, stop it. Phil walks in, he greets Preston. See someone that has manners, Joy. Joy from Love and Marriage DC, that is able to greet everybody but the host. So we'll get back over to Summer's house, Martha's Vineyard. So what else? Nick was in his confessional like, me and Phil, we're not really on the same level, basically. I go to Wimbledon, I go to Tokyo, I go to Mars, I go to Jupiter, and to Pluto, and I don't see Phil there. Lord, I'm not on your level, Phil. So, he gathers all the men together, and he tries to come up on the fly, some type of apology. And this is what I have to say. There was a different type of apology and explanation that was given to Preston that was not given to the men collectively. Because he tried to talk about he was drunk, but that's not an excuse, and I'm not putting it all on that, In this explanation, he's saying that I had tequila and I was trying to impress everybody. You impress everybody, sir? By pooping in a toilet and leaving it there? All because the room that you wanted, that Bria was supposed to protect for you, has been taken? You're antagonizing men and a woman while you're in there, and you call that impressing. And Nick just said, no, we're not going to do that. So, really the men, they're trying to say, okay, we're cool and all that. He's talking over Amir, and I'm glad that Amir was like, can you let me get a sentence out? I'm trying to talk, and then you just start talking. I don't believe that Philip was sincere at all. I believe he came up with this. One, he wants to get back into the house. He wants to get on the show. Bria is pushing him, like, you got to do this, you got to do that. Again, last year, when Bria called him after the whole situation, he was unapologetic. Jordan says that she doesn't want anything to do with Phil. Look, if I don't like you, I don't like it. Okay, Jordan. I'm going to give you that. I want to give you some of that, but then it's like, lady, stop. In a way, I get your feelings and I know where you're coming from, but stop it if you're not even going to hear someone out. I mean, the men at least try to hear him out, but Phil, you're not ready. And Phil, you don't mean what you are really saying. I'm sorry, but you don't mean it. And but what did Jordan say? Oh, Jordan said that after they got home from the Vineyard last year, Phil was trying to DM her, saying, "Oh, you still mad? You still mad?" Is that how you apologize, sir? But as soon as another opportunity for Summer House Martha Vineyard season 2 has come about, here comes Bria trying to bring him around with no type of accountability or anything. The men said it's all good. None of them, at least Nick said, I don't really need to see him ever again. Look, I will say this. Phil, you are attractive. And I think some people who watched last night said, give Phil another chance because of his attractiveness. But no, I think that if he comes back, there's still going to be a clash. I don't see any type of growth. I could see him doing stuff and still antagonizing situations. I mean, even in the whole conversation, he was still trying to interrupt people and talk over people and not hear people out. But y'all can tell me in the comments what y'all think about Phil. By what I see, there's been no growth. Even though he told Preston he was in therapy. He could be, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, so Mariah and Bria, they talk. We find out from Bria that Mariah has been hitting her up countless times to squash this, to talk this on out. But she's fighting with Jasmine. How dare you? You're going to be an op. Oh, nobody cares about my feelings whatsoever. But people have been trying to make it right with you, and you've been stuck on stupid for a year. That's not right. Now, it's your choice. But don't sit up here and act like some type of victim and people are doing you so wrong when this girl was trying to make it right with you. Here's some more tea. I don't remember if I said it or not last week. Bria was on Kempire's YouTube channel. Shout out to Kempire. Last year, after Summer House had ended, he asked a question, or a question was asked to Bria, how are things between you and Mariah? She said, oh, we're cool. We're cool. You know, we try to make amends and all that. So what is season 2 Bria doing? Because without the whole Jasmine thing, you would have no storyline. Or the whole Mariah thing, you would have no storyline. And basically, you've just been throwing bratty attitudes for no reason. And I'm going to say this. I know we're looking at Summer kind of crazy, but Bria, you did the same thing. You take something out of context, and then you blow up. And then, I'm going home. But you really don't. You want somebody to chase after you. And then come back, and I'm going to stay. Shut up. Whatever. But basically, Mariah and Bria have squashed everything. I guess they needed to get it on camera in order for this storyline to be over with. I know that Bria does get into it with Amir. Over what? I don't know. That was at least in the trailer. But sometimes things in the trailer do not make it on screen. So we shall see. However, Amir was interviewed because we know that Amir was the real culprit by accident about the whole laundry thing. He doesn't feel like he owes anyone an apology. He has had communication with Mariah, and she said, you know, I need you to say something to at least out loud to let them know, I forgot the correct term, but whatever, that I didn't do this, and this is what happened. He's like, no, I don't feel like I owe an apology because mine was a mistake. But it's still Amir. You can correct a lot of this mess. Nobody's going to harm you. You keeping it a secret is why people will look at you stupid and crazy. Now, I'm cool with you. Some people just already said he needs to get out of the house. Amir, you already admitted it. I think it's interesting. The house doesn't really hold him accountable for it. So Amir doesn't really have to apologize. Maybe that's what Bria's going to say later on. I don't know. But I think that would have to happen for Amir to feel like, okay, I need to do something or say something. I guess, whatever. So Jordan leaves and says, I got to get ready for the Freaknik, and you guys come down with me later on. So towards the dark time, I guess evening time, the gang, they head back to the house. They get ready for that. Some of the ladies have dressed like the aunties of the 90s, or just saying, oh, you're an auntie. But they got some of the wigs kind of looking like the 90s or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Mostly everyone's outside. Amir is kind of waiting on Natalie to get done with her makeup. And she was like, you know, you could go. And because I don't want you to think that you're just waiting on me. And like, yeah, we're waiting on you. And it's kind of like, he knows she better stay around. It seems like that type of thing with Amir and Natalie. Like, you're new anyways, and I don't want you, even though it's just right outside, I'll wait for you. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or anything. Finally, everyone's outside. Jordan's giving her a speech about Freaknik, and I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it. If you don't know anything about author Ash, then no. The Vineyard folk, don't tell me nothing about Black history until you get some of the more fundamental things. We're not going to do that. So everyone's partying, doing their thing, da-da-da-da-da. They're asking questions with Amir and Natalie. They moved in like 2 months into the relationship, and I forgot who asked, but what's the next step? And Natalie's like, well, he's coming aboard my company and just wanting to be, I don't know if they want to be like a power couple or whatever, but in the field that they're in. And guess what Amir was doing? What Amir makes in a year, she can make in like a month or something like that. Like, it was interesting when she was talking about the finances that she makes, or the capital, well, not the capital, the funds that she makes according to the job. I know that they do a lot of stuff in real estate. So Amir says, well, I think the next step will be engagement. And some of the people are like, Shanice, I think, was in the confessional, like, okay, Amir. You guys hardly have been together, so I don't know why you're trying to get engaged, but whatever makes you happy. I don't know anything. I am on his Instagram page. I follow him there, and we see some photos of them together, but that's about it. And we don't know anything about their relationship. But she's still talkative. I don't think she's that closed off as people are saying on the timeline. Do I think she probably has her ways? Yes, I do. I do not think how things are being portrayed about Natalie is true as of yet. It's been one day, but we shall see. But I mean, nobody's saying anything about Donald. Donald's back in the house, and he done fell asleep. Oh, but let me give you another good part. So at the beginning of everything, they were going to get tattoos. Nick got his whole body tattooed, at least not his face, at least. And then he got a chain and all this good stuff. And I said, and everybody was like melting and falling to their knees. I'm like, Nick looked good. We got to give it to him. But Shanice says as soon as he opened his mouth, that's Nick. You know, that's like Carlton Banks now getting hood, but still Carlton Banks. Was Alex? He got some tattoos also, but Nick really looked good. Let me say this. Noelle, you got a banging body. Y'all see that body? But we seen that more at the end of the episode. I said, oh, okay, that's a banging body. So the next thing, all of a sudden, Summer explodes. Something that Bria said set her off. Summer charges out of the pool area, or at least that pool, and then Bria goes and catches up with her, and I guess Summer apologizes. She says, I think I'm just a little bit drunk right now, and I didn't mean it, blah, 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 blah. And Bria said, that's fine, let's dead it. Everything was cool. Summer goes back into the house. Alex and Mariah are at the kitchen sink, and I don't know what they were doing, but then Summer says, we have 4 bathrooms, so why are you doing this? And Alex was like, well, or somebody asked, why are you yelling? I was like, did she yell? But then Alex was like, well, one of the things that attracted me to Summer last summer was she was sweet, kind, and I don't know if he said free spirit, but I'm saying it right now. But this summer, she's a little bit more abrasive and all that. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, at this point, Shanice is upstairs. She done fell asleep. Noelle comes in and Bria comes in, and they are having a good time. Summer comes upstairs. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, whatever happened at the pool was discussed again. And Summer's like, I apologize like 7 times. Why are you bringing this back up? Blah, 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 blah. And Bria's like, but it's like, if we're over it, then why are we still bringing this back up? And Summer also said something about, I have your back. And Bria's like, you do? Do you? So then you're starting something else. So it looks like Bria has something that she really wants to say, but she's not saying it. She said that Bria was like, I'm tired of being accused of things that I'm not really doing. Just like the whole situation with last week that I did not talk with in my review about her bringing up the whole Alex and Noelle situation and her not saying, Summer not saying, well, I slept with him and all this good stuff. It felt instigative, if that's the word. She was instigating something. And Summer caught on to that, and that's what made her go, So right now, Bria, she doesn't cry, but she's tired of being accused of stuff. That set Summer off. I think Summer is self-conscious. She has this insecurity about herself. She doesn't want people to think anything bad of her or something, I don't know what that is. So she was like, you 3 go have your friendship and all this good stuff, and I don't have that with you. I was like, where is that coming from, Summer? Noelle has been able to adjust really well with the group. Unfortunately, Summer is flopping this season. She was good last season. I don't know what's going on. So Bria says, well, you and Preston and Jordan, you guys have your own relationship. I can be jealous of that. It's like, no, you don't really want to be there in that type of relationship, in that type of friendship. And then she starts crying. This is what I think the relationship between Jordan and Preston and Mariah, what's her name? Summer is. At least on Summer's end, she's an empath, and she's taking on the burdens of Summer and Preston, because that's what you're talking about. She's like, I really want that type of friendship within the group where it's just lighthearted. You're not dealing with problems. Then she's talking about she has her own problems that she's got to deal with. And I don't know what's going on, but it's like she's taking on other people's problems and piling it upon her own problems. She doesn't know how to express to other people that I'm going through stuff too. which is not good, even as an empath or whatever is going on. So there's a few more outbursts. Summer's walking around the house. Noelle is doing too much. You're chasing her around, trying to make sure she's okay. Let the girl, let the child, let the woman be. So that's the end of the episode. But I do want to say this. Bria, you a punk. You had all this stuff to say these last few episodes, and you showed Mariah none of that. You're a punk and you are a liar. I don't know how much more we got to deal with you in your stupidity, but we shall see. Because if you could have just been integral about this whole situation with Mariah, we may have more sympathy, but you didn't have no storyline without it. But still, that's bull. Mariah could have came back this season if she wanted to come back. I don't even know if she wanted to. But no, you're a punk because you had no heat for her when she came in your presence. Because you know that she will mollywop you. Amir, you can apologize. And you can just take accountability. Summer, I don't know what you need to do. The most I can say is just get it together. I think you're too high-wound and sensitive and self-conscious about certain things that you don't have to be. I don't know what the resolve is for you, but hey. Anyways, y'all can tell me what you guys think of this episode. Phil, no, I still don't see it for him. Whatever. But that's it. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for coming and stopping by. And leave your comments below. Until the next one. Peace.